I need my mints.
You got no mints?
No, I have mints, but I needed one more before we started. I should have.
Oh, man. We're too late. We're already live.
Now I'm going to sit around. God damn it, Matthew. It's not funny. I got CTSD. I got CTSD.
I can't tell you enough times I have no more little gummy guys in my hands or in my pockets.
And I don't believe you.
I
How
know.
can I believe you? There's a barrier. I can't see.
Put that.
I know
put
you
that
got
up
it. I
today.
know you got at least
I
one more.
don't. I have no more left.
No, you got at least one more.
Andy, I have no more
Because
left.
I'm looking at giraffe. I'm looking at sloth thing, avocado, banana. You got at least one more. You got at least one more.
Andy, I got none left.
You're wrong. You're lying. You're a liar and a scoundrel.
I have none left.
And you're going
All
to
right,
pay
let's
for your
start-
crimes.
Let's get to the show.
If not in this life, then in the next.
Let's get to the show.
Oh, the show. Oh, now we got to do the show? My heart's racing. My
I
heart
have
is
none
racing.
left. Andy, I'm telling you I have none left.
You're lying to me.
Emily?
Don't ask Emily. See, Emily, and you're making me move around. And Emily's got to reframe my shot a bunch. It's awful. It's terrible.
Look at my hands. Would I be sitting like this if I had more left?
Yes.
I wouldn't.
Yes, you would. And now stop reaching down there. Palms flat on the table right now. Flat on the table right now. Do it. Flat on the table. Move. God damn it. This is not funny. This isn't funny.
It's not funny for the people listening. It's hysterical for me. Emily might also be getting a kick out of it. Emily?
Not bad.
You keep like moving your hands like you got something in there.
Andy, I have none left. Stop falling for it. It's not. It's not.
Even if it's true, I'm still gonna fall for it.
I have none left.
I got CTSD. Current traumatic stress disorder.
Gotcha.
In the moment, traumatic stress
That's
disorder.
just traumatic stress disorder. I think that's just TSD.
I got current, but it's currently happening. I'm in it. I'm knee deep.
Well, no, it's still PTSD because it's post-trauma from last week.
Nope. Doesn't feel post to me. It feels
Well,
like I'm
that-
right in the middle.
Exactly,
right in the middle
but it
of
happened last week.
It's like I'm back in the jungles.
So it is post.
Back in the rice paddy fields.
Not a lot going
Currently.
on. Dog days of summer, Andy.
Dog days of summer, that's for sure. Fantastic Four's coming out.
Yeah, they had a shitty commercial with who? They had a bad commercial. It wasn't good.
Stuff.
It was like when they work an ad into ad and a commercial into one, like a company doing a commercial, then they work Fantastic Four into it.
Yeah, sure.
It wasn't good.
Like the
Might have been Progressive.
something like that.
Yeah.
The new
I am
Nissan
excited
Trailblazer.
for Happy Gilmore 2, though.
Oh yeah, that's coming out on Friday,
Yeah,
I believe.
Yeah, yeah.
I haven't watched any trailers for that or anything. I'm going in clean.
I don't even know if trailers for that exist.
Of course they do.
Well,
It's
not
a
that I've
movie.
seen.
Well, you gotta have your ears to the streets.
Yeah, I don't have my ears to the streets much these days anymore.
I wonder
They
what's
stopped
gonna
cleaning
happen.
them as much. When's the last time you saw a street sweeper?
Street sweeper?
Yeah.
A couple months ago, maybe.
They don't clean the streets much anymore. A couple months ago would have been winter. They definitely don't sweep it. It's a plow. You're thinking of a plow.
No, because the snow is dirty on the street, and then they have this big thing, and it comes and it sweeps up the snow.
That's a plow.
No, I think it was a street sweeper.
Not doing
That's
this
what
today.
it's doing. Oh, you're not doing this today?
Not doing this today.
I'm not doing it today either. Did you see Elmo's Twitter got hacked?
Elmo's Twitter got hacked? What did they say? Was it funny?
A lot of anti-Israel
No,
stuff.
that's not that funny.
It was not funny.
They could have done so much. And
I
they went
know.
political.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, I get like, there's something to. It's just like shocking to see Elmo be like,
I wonder.
burn it all.
Here's a
but
question, and I've never thought about this, but is there an organization out there that's like, we're gonna hack a celebrity Twitter account? Let's pick Elmo, or is it like we think Elmo's is the easiest to hack, or like how do you land on Elmo for that? Or like I have a buddy who runs the Elmo Twitter account. I know what the password is.
Oh,
like you have an inside
that'd be
look.
awful.
Or like do you see what I'm saying here?
Yeah, yeah.
How do you why
choose to
Elmo
hack
not Brad
Elmo?
Pitt? You know?
Well, Brad Pitt, I don't even think has a Twitter.
Oh, you know what I'm saying. Why Elmo not Ariana Grande?
Well,
You think
her Twitter feed's already full of anti-Israel stuff,
All right,
so
why-
there's not much shock value.
why
there.
Elmo not Mark Wahlberg. Maybe they think Mark will come after
Yeah,
him.
you're gonna get got.
But you know what I'm saying? Why Elmo?
Yeah, why Elmo? Why Elmo?
Because, like, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I'm sure Elmo probably has a lot of Twitter followers, but how many of them are, like, relatively young children that...
Well, it's probably... I
like,
bet
how
you
many
there are a ton
adults
of
that
people.
you know that follow Elmo?
I don't know any adults that follow Elmo, but I assume that there are tons of adults who do follow Elmo, either because they're like, oh, man, I remember Elmo, or maybe they're just big fans of puppets and Muppets and Sesame Street.
Elmo, yeah. Elmo's
Maybe
got
their kids currently watch it. Maybe they
He's got
used to.
683,000 followers.
Elmo's not even at 1 million?
No. That's what I mean. Like, why Elmo?
Maybe they would think. Maybe they
Followers,
did
I
think it
know.
would be the easiest.
Oh, I know some people that follow Elmo.
You got some mutuals?
Billy Football, who used to be a Barstool personality.
Yep.
A couple random people. The Just Dishing guys. Matt Beauvais of WKBW. Chance the Rapper. And
Nice.
Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, yeah, they're buddies.
Yeah. And Count Von Count.
He's
who-
got his own Twitter?
He's
many
from
followers?
Elmo.
Yeah, that's the count from
So
Sesame Street.
I don't think it's actually the real thing. He just every day tweets another number.
Yeah. That's his whole thing. He's
Like-
counting.
Yeah, one day at a time.
Jesus
He doesn't
Christ.
miss a day.
How many followers does he have?
246,000.
Damn. I was hoping he'd beat Elmo.
And he has 5.2K tweets, and he's at 5,271. Like, he literally has only tweeted a number one day at a time.
That's
so it's
awesome.
a good follow.
That's
'cause
awesome.
randomly be like, oh, come
Yeah.
across it.
The count's counting.
Yeah, the count's
What else can
counting.
you ask him to do? But something,
count something else?
I was thinking, like, what would be a
Because he's
funnier
not
thing?
counting anything. I guess he's counting days, technically.
I guess he's counting days. What, why is that important? What? It's not about what you're counting, Matthew. It's about the fact that
That you're-
you count. Fucking Sesame
What do you
Street.
think that Twitter account's plan is?
To keep going till the end of days.
When he like decides to retire, do you think he sells it to somebody? Because they do that with like you can go on and buy Twitter accounts.
Sure.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
We should go buy some funny Twitter accounts.
And then do what with them?
I don't know. Like dead. Like I want to buy O.J. Simpson's Twitter account.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, we don't have billions. We don't have the emeralds and rubies.
We could figure it out. We could find a way.
I wonder if it's even for sale. There's
probably
no
not.
way. No.
But he's dead.
So somebody's got to do something with it.
Yeah, they got to get rid of it.
Sell out. They're selling off his. You see, Shane Gillis bought like a bunch of his ties.
O.J. Simpson's?
Yeah.
No, that's funny though.
Because
They
did like
auction
an
stuff
estate
off,
sale.
yeah.
Yeah. Shane Gillis bought a bunch of.
O.J. Simpson.
Yeah, he bought
ties.
like his tie rack.
This could be the tie he was wearing when he didn't murder
I don't
his
think
wife.
I don't think he was dressed up for that. I don't recall what he was wearing. I don't remember the costuming of Cuba Gooding Jr.
Dress for the life you want, not the life you have. He wanted a wife with no wife.
Well, he didn't have to wear a tie for that. I don't
Might have
think.
been though, because he was dressed for the life that he wanted, and then he achieved it.
It's that simple. Yeah, Elmo got hacked. They wasted it. Just talking about anti-Jewish stuff.
Shout out
Very
to 'em.
anti-Semitic. Just not funny. I get it. It's shocking, but just not the best.
No,
What now?
was it
let me-
Kanye?
No. Could be a good who would win though.
Kanye versus
Kanye
Elmo?
versus Elmo.
Or Elmo's hacked Twitter account.
We'll do the real Elmo. We'll give him a fighting chance. So let me. Is this what?
Continue.
Is this too much in the same vein, or is this better? If they had him tweeting like, Grover is on the Epstein flight logs.
No, that
and
would
I
have been
have-
funny.
Yeah,
That would have been funny.
yeah.
Or like I'm gonna come out and say I'm on the Epstein flight logs.
Get ahead of it.
Yeah, like Elmo. Like I'm just gonna get ahead of this. You know it's coming out.
Something like some Big Bird, something with Big Bird and fentanyl.
Big Bird's on crack. Well, Big Bird's been on crack, if you recall from Elmo's Got a Gun.
He's tired of Big Bird's crap, not Big Bird's crack. God, remember when that's what YouTube used to be?
Dude, I was thinking about that the other day with Smosh.
Smosh.
Remember
Dude,
going to the mountains?
Dude, going to the mountains is where I learned the word boner.
Dude, I was talking about going to the mountains with somebody the other day because the movie Wanted came up.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I was like,
I
I'm
got
Angelina
big
Jolie.
lips.
I got big lips and I can curve a bullet.
Classic
And they were
line.
like, and I was like, dude, somebody's got.
Go to the mountains?
Nobody remembered Smosh. What was that kid?
Fred.
Fred. Yeah, fuck Fred.
Hey, man, he did his best out there. He had like 4 movies.
What do you think he's doing
4
now?
made-for-TV movies. I hope he's
He's
just
pretty
living his
rich.
best life. I don't know, man. Hopefully he invested wisely. I hope he's doing great. I hope he's doing well.
I'll give Fred a break.
All right?
But yeah, Smosh.
Yeah, give Fred a break.
And oh, dude, there was another banger of a YouTube video. Look at my horse. My horse is amazing.
Oh, I kind
you
of
remember
that
that one?
I remember you
And
liking
he
that
like
one a lot.
peed and made lemonade, and there was a giant horse penis
Yeah.
involved.
Okay, that part I don't remember.
Yeah, and the duck walked up to the lemonade stand, and he said to the man,
Yeah, duck
"Run in
song.
the stand." The duck song banger.
Yeah.
Got any grapes?
That's probably the most, like, I think that one might still be doing well, or at least could still do well today.
Yeah, I bet
Charlie
you
the
that
Unicorn.
gets views.
That was a big one
Charlie
when
the
I was in, like,
Unicorn.
6th
Yeah,
grade. Was Charlie the Unicorn.
never. I remember it, but I never was. I was never
Yeah.
a Charlie the Unicorn fan.
That's what YouTube used to be. Just all that stuff. And
Yeah,
now it's just like.
golf.
Now it's golf.
Well, YouTube's mostly golf.
I think that might just be your algorithm.
Golf is mostly YouTube.
No, I'm pretty sure YouTube now is mostly like, I paid 5 homeless people $1 million to eat 14 cheeseburgers
There is a lot of that,
while
yeah.
falling from an airplane.
Yeah,
You
I think
guys,
it's just stuff like that.
you remember peanut butter jelly time?
peanut butter jelly. Yeah, that
You
was
know those-
peanut butter and jelly.
Well, peanut butter and jelly. What's up, man?
That guy who like made that, I think
butter
was
jelly,
he was like
peanut butter
Snoop Dogg's cousin,
Peanut butter jelly.
and then he
baseball
died
bat.
in like a police standoff. Do you remember
Peanut
hearing
butter
about this?
jelly.
Jesus
Peanut butter
Christ.
jelly.
He
Peanut
was
butter jelly,
like,
baseball
yeah.
bat.
Yeah,
Andy's favorite was salad fingers.
terrifying.
That was the scariest shit. For a while, that was the
Salad
scariest
fingers
shit
is
I'd
on the
ever
Epstein
seen.
list.
Oh, yeah. Oh, salad fingers. We should do him for who would win. We could switch.
Nah.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. I'll write this
Yep,
one
I
down.
know who
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
thinking
that
of.
one.
Yeah.
Let's do that one next week.
Maybe.
Oh, God damn it.
That
I
is
was
a
going to
pretty
say
good
that I
one,
can get
though.
ahead of making the graphic for
That
it.
is a pretty
I'm
good
going to
one.
write it right down, though, so I don't
Yeah.
forget. Folks, there's still a lot of summer left to summer, okay? So if you're thinking about throwing a party, you best do it now. And chances are you're going to be invited to a couple. The good news is, if you forget last minute, if you decide to do something last minute, you don't got to worry. Because you can get everything you need delivered right to your front door when you use Instacart. And you can get not just groceries from Instacart, but also some of your favorite products from some of your favorite local stores, again, delivered right to your front door in as little as 1 hour. But the best part of the whole deal is, right now, 2 in the Cooler listeners get free delivery on their first order of $10 or more. Okay, free delivery, baby, and we all know that's where they get you. All you got to do to get that deal is hit the link in this episode description. Start enjoying the summer right, and use Instacart today. Folks, you want to do something nice for yourself, okay, something that's going to make you look good, make you feel good, check out all the merch that we have got over at snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. Links in this episode description, of course. Go check it out. We got hoodies, t-shirts, the t-shirts. My God. I was wearing one the other day. I was doing some work in my lawn because I'm a red-blooded American, and I got complimented by my neighbor. He was like, "Oh my gosh, that shirt, the material, it's so nice." I say, "Yes, it's tri-blend material, baby." And you know that's Target quality. You're not getting that anywhere else. We've also got mugs, pint glasses, bucket hats, fanny packs, all kinds of great stuff, whatever it is you're looking for. And again, top quality, okay? Because a lot of times you order stuff from like a podcast or an organization that you're really into, and they're trying to make a buck. So I'll let you know. Here's a hot tip, hot secret. What they'll do is they'll order a bunch of stuff in bulk, like the cheapest kind of t-shirt you can buy, which is always that Gildan brand. It fits like cardboard box. It feels disgusting. And then they'll just mail them out as people send in their orders. With our stuff, it's all made to order, okay? And like I said, it's top quality. It's really great. Don't take my word for it. Go check it out at snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. And if you're interested in advertising on this show, you can email us at snackspotsports@gmail.com for details on how you can start reaching tens of thousands of listeners in the Buffalo area and beyond. Podcast advertising, baby. It's here to stay, all right? It's carved out its own niche for itself. You got car brands advertising on podcasts like Nissan, Toyota, all of them. The big two. McDonald's is doing podcast ads, State Farm, NASCAR. And these are companies who, they'll do ads on the Super Bowl. They have these massive marketing budgets, and it's cool to see them moving away from television and things, especially network TV that not as many people are watching now, into something that is still growing and is still becoming more relevant, like podcasting. The problem is there really hasn't been any room for smaller or even local businesses to get in on that, to experience all the benefits to podcast advertising. But that's what we're here for, okay? That's what we're all about. So again, if you're interested in learning more about those benefits to podcast advertising, email us, hit us up at snackspotsports@gmail.com. Who a little freak? Who out there a little freak?
Can I tell you what the thought that I had when I just made
Can
that?
I tell you what my thought?
Remember when I was
thought
like,
that I had?
when I went like this?
Yeah.
Did I talk to you about this the rest of this documentary last week? I know we saw each other on Friday, but I didn't tell you about this documentary, right?
No.
The Golden Greed documentary?
Right.
Are you going to watch the rest of it?
I don't think so.
Dude. So, this is a huge spoiler for anybody who is in the process of watching it, but I'm going to go ahead with it anyway. So, the documentary ends, and the treasure is found. And the family won't release the find. The finder asks not to be told, obviously, because then you know how else might people are gonna come after you. So he asked not to be told, and then the people keep coming after the family even after the guy Forrest Fenn dies, because they're like, that's bullshit. We think you didn't actually. Nobody, we think you went and got it because you wanted to end the hunt, but you didn't want to say you wanted. But so there's all this conspiracy about what actually happened with the treasure, and so finally, it gets bad. People are making threats at the family and stuff like that still. So they release who found it, and so the guy who finds it then puts it up for auction. And this guy who was really involved in the treasure hunt he wanted the treasure bad. He decides he wants to buy said treasure. So, first of all, after they figure out who found it, I don't think they ever actually said. I don't think said exactly where it was found, but they found, the internet sleuths then found this guy's Reddit thread from back in the day when he was hunting for it, and this one guy who's on the documentary, kind of figures it out and actually goes to where and finds the spot where the guy found the treasure and makes it public. That's kind of a backstory about it. So this guy then puts the treasure up for auction, the guy that found it. Then the guy from the show wants to buy it. So he tries to buy the whole thing, and it ends up getting auctioned off in bits and pieces, but he still wins some pieces. And then the documentary ends, and he's like, oh, by the way, I wanted to keep the hunt alive, so including some of the pieces of the original treasure, I put together my own treasure, and I hid it, and I've included clues throughout this entire documentary, while I was being filmed. Happy hunting, good luck. And then the documentary just ends. It just came out in April. So this treasure is out there.
Here's the problem, I think, is when you make a documentary, it's not like you're just watching this guy's whole interview. They could have cut things around.
There is one end scene that was
to watch his whole interview?
That's what.
Oh, sorry.
No. The producers of Netflix do not have any information on where the treasure is hidden. We had nothing to do with this, blah, blah. But he specifically says, if you go back and watch the documentary, all the clues that he put are in the documentary.
That's fun. You know what it's like? It's like one of those pay it forward things. We're at a drive-thru.
Yeah.
That's exactly
Well,
what's the
he
treasure
didn't find
version
the
of that.
treasure though.
Yeah, but
He
still.
actually then spent.
But
his
he's
own money.
still
This
which
guy.
buying
this
a
guy,
treasure,
by the way, is he didn't buy the treasure.
Then how did he get the treasure?
They sold it in pieces. He got a few pieces of it, and he included the
Oh.
original pieces in there. But he assembled his own
Okay.
treasure. That's what I was getting at. Is this guy is insanely rich, and I don't really know he's something tech related.
Yeah.
But I kind of would like to hunt. Because it took 10 years to find the first one. People got
Yeah.
like really involved. And I kind of want to I don't want to I mean I might become obsessed with it, but what I would like
Sure.
to do is I would like to go through the documentaries, 3 parts, an hour each, not that long, and try to compile all the clues. Plus, we'll see what they're saying online,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
Reddit threads and stuff that other people are doing the same thing.
Do the research.
And then let's do a little research and see if we can narrow it down to like we think it's here. And let's just go fly out there and check. And if it's not there, then we'll just
Yeah. Give it one shot.
But like this dude, he did a lot of crazy shit. He trained his dog to sniff for bronze because the box that the treasure was hidden in was made of bronze.
That's cool.
He developed a software that could essentially read Forrest Fenn's emotions. So every time Forrest Fenn did an interview, because Forrest Fenn, the guy that hid the original treasure, was known for like being like very like
Aloof?
theatrical.
Oh.
So like what was a hint and what was not. So he built this software to read Forrest Fenn's like facial expressions and stuff like that, or like movements, to try to figure out what was real and what was not. He did all this crazy stuff.
Jeez.
And also he went, this is the craziest part about it, maybe, these are all spoilers now, but he goes, so he, at one point in time, he, thinks he found it again. Like, he's like, I think this is where the treasure is. And he goes, and he gets his brother to come with him, his younger brother, and they go together, and long story short, the area where the treasure was found, that he then eventually found later, is, like, right by where they were. But they never found the treasure, and then, like, this is where it gets sad. Like, a year later, he got a call from his mom, and his mom's like, your brother's missing or something like that. So he flew out to try to go find his brother, and his brother, like, spray painted a bunch of rocks, like Forrest Fenn, like, all this stuff kind of about the treasure, and then they found him, like, at the top of this mountain, like, shot himself.
Jesus Christ.
So obviously it was, like, so this guy became super obsessed with this treasure.
Oh, my God. That's
Yeah,
insane.
it takes a hard turn.
Yeah, that's a bit of a dark turn right there.
That was in the middle of the documentary too. It's like, oh my God, this looking for this treasure is so fun. And then it's like, yeah, some people were getting hurt, but they should know, like, if they're gonna go into, these wild terrains, to be prepared. That's on them for not being prepared. And then this guy's like, oh yeah, my brother shot himself. And then shit really took a turn.
That's
he
awful.
stopped looking for a little bit, but then he got back on.
Got
the
back on
Didn't
the horse.
find it though. Didn't find it.
Jesus. That's
But
awful.
now he re-hid the treasure. But that's why he wants to. He re-hid the treasure so that other
Right,
people can
right.
look. So we should go look.
Oh, Matthew, I want to, but you know me. I'd be such a terrible treasure hunter.
Me too.
Yeah, but I'd be like, if it was too humid, it'd have to be in like a not humid
Not gonna
area.
be. They're not going to make it easy to find. Here's what I need.
I'm not
from
saying it
you.
needs to be
Here's what
easy,
I
but-
need from you. I need you to be the clue guy, because I'm not a clue guy.
You know me, I love clues.
I need you to assemble. Hey, these are the 10 clues, and then we'll figure out what those clues mean together.
I could do some clues. I got a little bit of that Velma in me. I could try and do some clues, but that might be. I could be. I don't know, man.
I know-
I'm a Riley, not a Ben Gates. I know that. That's just the way it is.
I mean, Riley figures out one of the most important clues possible.
Yeah, but he's not the one
Daylight savings time.
jumping around, getting the thing. Yeah, I'm a daylight savings time guy. Like that, I got that. But that's it. I'd help you with daylight savings.
You can help me understand daylight savings?
Yeah, sure.
Spring forward, fall back, or
Yeah,
fall
exactly.
forward, spring back?
Why would you fall forward, flat on your face, like
Yeah.
a dope? That's how you play yourself.
And you spring back.
No.
Here's what I also don't understand, though. Spring forward, you move the clocks forward, so you lose an hour.
Yep.
Spring
Fall
fall
back.
back, you move the clocks back, so you gain an hour.
Yeah, the best.
Okay.
God, nothing like that. Sleep.
Are we sure that's how it goes, though?
Yep, positive.
Emily? Yes. Okay.
I'm telling you the thing. I mean, I'm glad that Emily is here.
Because sometimes I
To
feel like in the
speak,
spring
but-
I gain an hour, in the fall I lose an hour.
Well, that's a you problem then. That's got nothing to do with daylight savings.
Because it, like-
that's just you're drinking.
You don't have as much sunlight during the day, so I think it feels mentally like, oh, I lost. But like sleep wise or like whatever you
You got an
did
extra
lose.
hour.
Yeah, yeah. But the way the sunlight goes feels like
Also,
the
I have a
opposite.
question. It's always on a Saturday? Yeah, it is.
maybe. Yeah.
So
I
they
think it feels like recently it's been on Saturdays. So
so they just pick a Saturday, like, hey, we're
I
gonna do
don't
it
know.
this day.
I don't know if that's
who
true.
makes
I
that
don't know if that's
decision?
true. I'll
Like
Google
it's-
it.
No,
No,
it takes
I'll
you
do
too
it. I can do it fast.
Like probably because they don't want to fuck with like the Monday through Friday work week.
Well, that's the thing
Too
is,
much.
let's see, begins second Sunday of March and ends on the first Sunday of November. So it's always
But that's always a different day.
Date. Like
It's
date.
always a different
wise,
date.
It could be
yeah,
different.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
So they're just picking.
No, they're not picking. It's the second
Well,
Sunday.
they are
The
because
first Sunday.
the date changes. Like I'm saying, the time of year, because
Time of year doesn't change.
no. Sorry, let me explain this. So January 1st
Yeah,
is not always on a Sunday or a
Yeah.
Monday,
yeah.
right? So if you're just always doing a Sunday, they're not changing the clocks at the exact same time every year.
Right.
So they're just making it up.
Well, they have a. Well, yeah.
It's all made up.
All the
I
time.
know,
All the
I
time's
know,
made
I
up,
know.
brother. Okay.
But I just debunked.
Because it used to have
what
to do
have
with
you
like
debunked?
it
Daylight
used to have to do
savings
with like
time.
oh the harvest.
No,
is,
I
like,
understand.
happening now.
Listen,
Yeah.
I know the history.
Listen, we
was
know
for the farm
harvest. We
children.
know harvest.
It's for the farm
That's
children.
one thing I'm very
But-
confident in that we know is harvest.
You know, so like in theory, they say like September 21st is the longest day of the or whatever. June 21st is the longest day of the year. You know, they say that.
Well, that changes every year too.
No, I thought it was always the summer solstice is the longest day of the year.
Yeah, but that day changes.
No, it's always the 21st.
No,
the solstices
dude,
are
'cause you
always
can
the same
measure
day.
it.
No,
because
Emily,
I used to think
that
the
doesn't
same
make a
thing,
da-
and
that
then I
doesn't make a
realized,
lick of
like,
sense. That doesn't make a
the-
lick of damn sense,
yeah.
Matthew.
It's always like around then. But
Yeah, but you measure it like that's something you can completely measure because it literally has to do with
Yeah.
how much
because like
light
some
there
years
is
are
during the
leap
day.
years and like some like
Solstices are not always on the same
no,
day.
you're right. Solstices are.
Yeah,
But
of
I feel
course.
like when I was in earth science class, like the 21st was the summer solstice.
Dude, if you're
The
living your
21st
life,
was the winter solstice.
brother, if you're living your life by the reference tables, you're
I
not
know what
living your
Matthew
life.
is. I used to think the same.
It's
thing.
the 21st. Start of summer solstice, 21st. Emily?
What?
It's that is like the vibe we were taught with,
See?
but it's not true.
No, it's either the 20th or the 22nd. Here's the other problem I have now that I know it's a potential of 3 days. That still doesn't seem like enough. It should be a week in theory because the year could start on.
I don't
any
know,
day of the
dude.
week
I
for
mean,
7
that's
days.
something. That's a.
Am I getting
Truly.
too into the weeds here?
I mean, I just maybe because it's like a real quantifiable
Why is the
thing.
so if I see what you're saying, that's always the second Sunday, but again,
well, that's for
stay
daylight
with-
savings.
No,
Daylight
no, no, no,
savings
no, no,
and
no.
solstice is a different situation.
But they affect each other. Yes,
No.
yes they do, Andy. Because if
no,
yes,
brother,
yes
Matthew,
they do.
No, it's
Andy,
not. It's
yes,
not
they do. Because think about it.
I am
January
thinking about
1, January 1 is when we've decided Earth has made a full rotation.
Yeah.
Okay? But January 1 could be on any day of the week, Monday through Sunday. Okay? They always do daylight savings on the second Sunday of March.
First Sunday of November.
Okay, yeah. So, in theory, from January 1 to the second Sunday in March is not always the same amount of days, right?
Yeah.
So, there's a span of, like, I don't know how to explain this. In theory, the earliest Sunday in March could be the 8th. The earliest second Sunday in March could be the 8th.
Mm-hmm.
Or it could be, bear with me here, the 14th?
Sure.
So that, again, that's like, you're talking 7 days of difference there. But now there's only a 2-day window that could be the longest possible day of the year.
No, because you're not.
I wish this wasn't
Daylight-
I
daylight-
wish
I
this
get
was
what
not.
Matthew's saying.
Yeah,
but I
but
wish this
daylight
wasn't
savings.
recording.
I wish we could scrub this.
I know,
This
but
is not going to be a good look
Daylight
for any of
savings,
us.
in theory, doesn't actually impact the amount of sunlight in a day. It only impacts the time in which it gets sunny. Yes.
Yes. But
That's the answer. That's the answer I needed to get
But
to.
the amount of daylight, even if we didn't have daylight
Has
savings,
nothing
Well, the
to
amount
do-
of daylight would be the same.
But it has
No.
the amount of daylight.
The amount of daylight would be the same even if we didn't have daylight savings.
The
No,
amount
no.
of daylight has nothing to do
With
the
daylight
hours,
savings.
with the hours in the
no,
day.
the amount of
Or
daylight,
daylight
does
savings.
get shorter in the winter, whether we have daylight savings.
Yes,
or not.
that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Daylight savings, that's the answer that I was trying to get to in conclusion. You weren't understanding. Emily was understanding where I was coming from. You weren't. I was trying to get to a conclusion, and the answer is because the amount of daylight in a day has nothing to do with daylight savings.
Yeah.
Yes. Which I now I needed to get there in my head because to me, I was thinking like, well, if it gets sunny at 7 a.m. versus 8 a.m., but that just only means it's going to be dark at 8 or 7. Yeah, no, I was getting there. I needed to come up with a
So
conclusion.
it doesn't affect the solstice, is what I'm trying to say.
And the reason that the solstice falls within a 3-day period is because every 4 days is a leap year. There's
Okay.
there's an extra 0.25 rotations, so that's why there's 3 days. See, I just figured it out.
Eat your heart out, Galileo.
There ain't even 24 hours in a day.
What the hell does that mean, Emily?
It's like 23 hours and some minutes.
I thought it was a little over.
And it changed. It's like
It's a little over.
Would you hear the Earth?
my day?
The Earth's rotation is speeding up.
I
faster
did
than
hear
they
that
thought.
actually. Cool.
So where does that leave us?
Fucking nowhere. Why are we so? It's a curse. It's a curse to consider these things and think that they have any like major impact on
If you
anything.
tag Neil deGrasse Tyson in this clip, maybe he'll tell us.
I'll tag him. Pop, pop, pop.
I already figured
Now,
it
wasn't
all
he a
out.
wrestler? That's what we learned about him. Yeah, it'll hit me right back.
I already figured this all out.
Terrific. You're only 2,000 years behind.
I went to the year 3000.
Was a lot different.
Not much has changed, but they lived underwater.
How's my great 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 granddaughter?
And your great 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 granddaughter, she has AIDS.
Fuck.
She has AIDS.
Do they have a cure for that though?
I took a trip to the year 3000 and everybody just has AIDS.
Yeah, but is it so? It's fine.
It's uncurable. Everybody dies by the time they're 30.
Jesus Christ. Wait, are they born with it?
It's air
See,
AIDS.
now that you've stopped
it's
singing. Yeah, Aaron.
aerosol AIDS. It's aerosol AIDS. Somebody sprayed, some terrorists sprayed some aerosol AIDS, and now everybody for the next like 700 years. And after that 700 years, hopefully scientists think that the aerosol AIDS should be gone.
Dude, speaking of more Netflix documentaries, and this reminds me of that. Do you know
Aerosol
the
AIDS.
story of the Tylenol murders?
So I saw this documentary on there, and I let it play like the trailer for like 30 seconds
Yeah.
because I was curious to if like Tylenol accidentally like killed a bunch of people, but it looks like somebody was just dropping poison into Tylenol containers, which I don't care about that.
What do you mean? Well,
There's
maybe you
too
should
many
watch
safety
this.
precautions now to avoid that.
That's
that was
why.
in like the
Right,
I
but
know,
but that's the reason, dude.
Like literally, those murders is why we have safety seals on.
Yes,
that as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
because I
I'm
remember
good.
one day,
No,
maybe
I don't
even
need
in
to
college.
know that. I assumed that the reason that they had, without ever seeing that documentary, I assumed for my entire life, since I was probably 4 years old, that the reason that when you open anything that it's sealed is because at some point in time somebody was poisoning people from stuff that
No
isn't
shit.
sealed. I just automatically assumed that.
You went right to nefarious purposes.
Why else would we make sure that things were sealed?
I don't know. Honestly, I thought it was just to bug me. I thought it was just to bug
It
people.
was obviously because then people would just poison people. That was like, that's the 1-1 draft pick of if somebody asks, why do you think things are sealed?
Well, now I feel like an idiot. Because I did not realize that, and somebody had to tell me, yeah, back in the day, some guy dropped a bunch of stuff into the Tylenol bottles.
And like, again, maybe it
And
doesn't
now-
always didn't always have to be like for the purpose of death, but for contaminating.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
somebody's gonna walk into a Walgreens and like piss in a 2-liter and then just put it back. And then you're gonna go home and drink piss. Like that's, and they don't want that to happen, so that's why they have seals. That's why guess what? When things aren't sealed, I get rid of them.
When things aren't sealed, people piss in them. That's the one thing we know about.
No,
human
like
nature.
I mean, like if I come
No, I
home
think
and I'm
we're
like, oh
onto
fuck,
something.
this isn't sealed. I'm like, I'm not eating that.
Yeah, there's piss in there.
There might be piss in there.
There must be. There must be piss in there.
The old piss in the shampoo bottle trick.
Listen, we've tried as a society for hundreds and hundreds
To
of
get
years
people to stop pissing in things.
just to trust people. But the truth of the matter is, when things aren't sealed, people piss in them.
You ever heard of the
It's
old
just human
piss in the
nature.
shampoo bottle?
Piss in the shampoo bottle. It's just human nature.
Somebody gets in the shower.
That's something that has not
and
yet
goes
been
to
sealed.
Put some shampoo on them and it's
Oh,
just
sure.
piss.
I've heard every version of that. I've heard every version of it.
You're not buying sealed shampoo?
No, I'm
No.
talking about like in like a locker room or
No, I
something.
know. I'm talking what Andrew just said.
No.
You're saying
I've never-
Shampoo's not sealed.
Shampoo's not sealed.
Shampoo's not sealed.
women's
shampoo-
shampoo.
Women's
no,
shampoo?
women's shampoo. That's
Most
a
of the ones I
fib.
buy.
Like
Dude.
my conditioner, I buy Dove conditioner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I guess is
No.
unisex, but
Suave,
it's in the ladies section.
Suave, women's shampoo.
Yeah, it's not sealed.
Guarantee it's not sealed.
Sure. Well,
It doesn't have the metal,
seal.
the aluminum seal on it.
No, you just click that bad boy right
Lotions,
open.
ketchups are sealed.
Cut.
It's all food stuff.
Yeah,
It's in your body. Okay, that makes sense.
yeah.
All right, I can get that. But now we got to live in a world where I have that aluminum seal, and if I don't get it all the way off, I start freaking out. If there's a
Mhm.
little piece on there, I've literally gotten
There's
tweezers out
there's
to try
nothing
and like
worse
get the
than
whole.
there's nothing worse than when you can't get like where it gives you like a little tab and then
Yeah.
you can't get it, and then or the tab pulls right off, and then you have to try to like poke a hole
Yep.
and then
Just
get
get the edges.
Yeah.
And it just is.
it's tough.
That's a life. That's a world we're living in. That's the worst thing that motherfucker, the Tylenol murderer, did. Was now we have to live
You
like
have to
this.
seal everything.
But it was an
Better
interesting.
than that, people pissing
um,
and stuff all the time though. Because I bet you before the murders happened, people were pissing and stuff, but it wasn't.
pissing and everything.
But it wasn't enough of a needle mover for people to stop buying products. So manufacturers didn't want to spend the extra money in production to put on seals.
Yeah.
But murder,
That'll
Yeah.
that'll move the chains.
I have a question. Maybe this is answered in the documentary. Right after the murders, was there a period of time before they started sealing like medicine that they were just like, dude, we have 100 million 200 milligram Tylenols that like we can't sell because
Well, yeah. I mean, they had to recall them all. They were like, we don't know how many this could possibly. They had to, throw them all away.
No, I mean like, hey, these aren't even on the shelves yet, so we know they're not poisoned, but they're not sealed and the bottle's already filled, so we can't ship them to a pharmacy.
That I don't know, but I assume.
There's just like millions and millions. There's a landfill somewhere that's just perfectly good Tylenol from 30 years ago.
It might be expired by now. But the raccoons in that dump have just never felt pain.
No,
They're the most limber
Mm-mm.
raccoons you've ever seen.
Mm-hmm. And raccoons are limber to begin with.
Exactly, and these ones, ultimate. I mean, they're doing flips and junk.
Mm-hmm. I've seen that. I've seen those raccoons.
Can't feel the pain.
Yeah. It's like rabies.
Yeah, it's exactly like
Well,
rabies.
because like they're like you could shoot them and they're just gonna keep coming at you because they don't feel it. There's so
Right.
much Tylenol. in
it's
their
just
system.
Tylenol is PCP for raccoons.
Yeah.
It makes them absolutely unstoppable.
Yeah.
God.
Oh.
PCP raccoons. Fuck.
Do you want to do?
Fuck.
There's something there. There's something there.
There's something there.
Do you want to do a Who Would Win of the Week?
Yes, and I remember who it is. The Who Would Win of the Week this week is Doc Brown versus Elon Musk. Two inventors, a melding of the minds, battling it out, duking things, as it were. You know, Elon Musk, he fancies himself a bit of a Doc Brown. That's honestly how I would put it. Fancies
Elon
himself a bit of a
Musk.
Doc Brown.
Versus Doc Brown.
Now,
Yeah. No, you go ahead.
here's the difference. What nerds have become is different from what they were in the 1980s. And Doc Brown was already an old man in the 1980s. So, and in the fucking 1950s when you think about it. So, nerds then are different from nerds now. And I would say Musk is maybe at the top of this food chain where you have like the jujitsu nerd.
So, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So, I think that I don't necessarily disagree with you. And this is going to get off topic of the Who Would Win of the Week a little bit, but I think nerds have had an interesting evolution because I don't think nerds, as a subculture, have actually changed at all.
If I may.
I'm not done.
All right.
I don't think they've actually changed at all, but what I do think has happened is that being a nerd has become more like cool. So now you have a better look into nerd subculture because there's more like popular and famous nerds.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look at a guy like Doc Brown, I actually think that Doc Brown is very similar to, what, to your point, people would consider a modern day nerd. But actually, that's how nerds have been all along. But Doc Brown being so exotic on top of his nerdness.
Eccentric.
Exotic.
Okay.
Joe Exotic.
I mean, he's not, okay.
Yeah.
He's not from Brazil.
No, but I mean, like.
Buenos Aires.
Yeah. Eccentric, okay, I guess would be the
Rio.
better word. Because of that, you got to see more of his nerd personality out in the open. So I think his personality is very similar to what a modern day nerd would be seen as.
I get that because Elon Musk also like very eccentric. Like
Yes.
when one of his rockets goes up, he's
Yeah. And like him on
jumping up.
and nerds would always be like that's nerd. Every time a nerd's ever shot off a rocket, they've been fired up about
Well,
it.
brother, have you ever shot a rocket off before?
No.
It's impossible to contain your
Well,
excitement.
exactly. But
Much
back
like
in
the
the day,
thrusters of a rocket
nerds that were
itself.
shooting on rocket didn't own the most popular social media app in the world or whatever. I don't know if that's not factual, but you know what I'm saying. So they didn't have a platform to do that. But like if you look at the things that Elon tweets that like he finds funny, like memes that he tweets, like it's classic what I would consider nerd humor.
Yeah, he's a big dork.
He tweeted out a picture today and it said cable porn, and it was just like Ethernet cable, like fiber optic cables, like really well organized. Like he's nerds for centuries, have felt a different type of way about
Cable humor.
a well-organized a set of well-organized fiber optic cables.
You ever organize your fiber optic cables?
No, but you want to know who has really,
Almost as good as shooting
really
off a rocket.
well-organized cables? Our parents. If you go in their basement and you look at their other fiber
that's
optic
true.
cables, like that go to all those little hubs, dude,
Yeah.
it's so anyway, I don't think there's actually much of a difference at all between these two people. I understand that, like, what you're saying, like, he does taekwondo or whatever, jiu-jitsu, whatever it was. I think Doc Brown probably did that as well. I think the biggest difference is Elon Musk is very, very rich, whereas Doc Brown's inventions were so ahead of their time that he was relatively, poor, I would say.
But he was rich in friendship.
By
By the third movie, he's got a great wife and kids.
I don't remember. The third one's when they go to the West.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a good
that's
one.
not for me.
That is good. That's a good movie. They're all good. I
No,
love all three
I
of
actually
those.
disagree. The first one is the saddest movie ever.
Because of like how his family is at the beginning.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a disaster.
it is
It's
so
still a
depressing.
good movie though. There are plenty
That
of sad
movie
good
is so
movies.
depressing. You're
Well,
like,
at
dude,
the
I
end,
feel so
things work
bad
out
for this
okay.
kid. Like, he's getting bullied because his dad is, a career loser essentially,
He just has bad.
and he goes back in time to try to help his dad not be a career loser, which is sad.
very.
That's sad.
It's super sad. The state of the McFly family at the beginning of the first Back to the Future is really depressing.
Been like,
Watching the TV.
so it was probably
sad.
like 2 years ago. I was like, dude, I haven't seen Back to the Future in forever. I used to love these movies. I'm going to watch it. And I watched the first, let's say, 12 minutes, and I literally turned it off. I'm like,
Jeez.
I forgot. Like, I
Don't
can't
take
watch
money.
this.
But then Huey Lewis comes in, and it's like, hey, man, you just got to go with it. It's in the way that you use
No,
it. That's a
it's
Clapton song.
sad. I was thinking, like, that's sad.
It's not, I think
Like,
it's still
because,
a
like,
great
you think
movie.
of bullies, you think of, like, a classic school bully situation, and a kid's like, your dad's a loser. And you're like, no, he's not. But, like, poor Marty McFly is like, Yeah, my dad.
Fuck,
my
that
dad
kid's
is
got
a
a point.
loser.
That kid's
Like,
got a point.
Yeah, like that's so depressing.
Ah.
That is so sad.
Yeah, but then it all works out in the end.
Yeah, because he literally goes back to the future and changes his
Well, he
father's
doesn't go back
entire
to the-
life.
He gets stuck in the past, and then he has to go back to the future. But when he's stuck in the past, yeah. And it
He
changes it
goes
for the better.
back. He goes back to the future.
He goes to the past. That's the whole point
Oh,
of the
my
movie.
bad. My bad. Yeah.
Is that he's stuck in the past, and the point,
He goes back to the past.
well, he goes to the past, but then the whole point of the movie is that he's trying to get back to the future.
Yes.
God, what a good movie. It is good. It is
It's
good.
very sad. But anyway, I think that Doc. So here's one opinion that I haven't figured out yet about Elon.
Okay.
Is Elon seems from his persona that he would be the type of guy to be very, very cutthroat, like
Well, he's
you're fired, you're murdered kind of thing.
You're fired.
But that's his, internet persona. I still have like an inkling of a feeling that he's actually not like that at all. Like that he actually would turtle very quickly in terms of in face-to-face confrontation.
So, let's if I may.
In which case, I'm just going to wrap up my side of the argument. I'm going to throw it over to you. In which case, I think Doc Brown has a really good chance because I think that Doc Brown will fight for his life like an absolute fucking crazy person because he is kind of a crazy person. To you.
Okay. Two things. One, yes, Doc Brown lives for the fight. Constantly facing adversity. Constantly battling against it. Working things out on top of it. Even if it doesn't work right away, he keeps solving the problem. That's his whole fucking thing. And he doesn't have Elon's money
Yeah.
to help him solve those issues. He's got to do it all himself.
Yeah, which is
He's got to gather those gigawatts on his own.
when I made that initial comment, my thought was, well, Elon probably does have like a jiu-jitsu coach or whatever and stuff like that. My original thought was gonna be that's a pro for Elon, but to your point, I think it actually may be a con.
True.
Now he's gotten soft with his money.
No, absolutely. And Doc Brown, despite his age, has never gone soft. Now, Elon,
Still hard as a rock.
hard as a rock. Doc Brown, hard as a rock. It's in
No
the way
blue
that
pill
you
needed.
use it. It's a power of love.
It's a power of love.
Elon, I think we could probably all agree, is a bit of an insecure dude. If you don't want to say he's insecure, he at least cares a lot about what people think of
Yes,
him.
about his public persona.
Doc Brown has been called crazy for decades, and he doesn't give a shit. He's
No.
like, I'm here for the science.
Yeah, he's all about the science.
And that's what's going to push him forward in this fight.
I agree. I'm taking Doc.
As a fellow man of science, I have to choose Doc Brown as well.
Scientific method.
Scientific method.
Vote on that on Instagram on Friday. Who would win of the week? Doc Brown from Back to the Future 1, 2, and 3 versus Elon Musk.
From no Back to the Futures.
No, he's
Didn't
never
show
been
up in
Back
a
to the
single
Future.
one.
He's never been Back to the Future.
Yeah, he's never been in the past, so he never had to get
Yeah.
back to the future.
Andy,
Yes.
closing remarks.
Okay, here we go. This is actually kind of staying on track because, I got a little bit of a bone to pick, and I'll tell you what that is. I've been seeing, on some of these Instagram accounts that do these sort of things, I've been seeing recently a certain, oh shucks, where is it? Hold on, I'll find it. I wanted to find the exact thing.
Yeah, I'd like to see it.
You son of a bitch, where are you? I've been seeing a chart, a poll, a graph about the
A chart, a poll, a graph.
a chart, a poll,
About?
a graph.
A boot.
Where the fuck is that? I should have had it ready to go. Should have had it fucking ready to go. That's on me.
That's okay.
I want to apologize to everyone in the community. Hold on, let me Google it.
While you were doing that, I was watching a video on how to properly install a wooden handrail. So now I've got
like
that in my back
like on
pocket.
some stairs.
Yep.
Well, I'm glad that we could offer this platform for you
Yep.
to figure that
So
out.
I've got that in my back pocket.
Let's see.
So I've got that going for me. Dude, I hit a banger of a line the other day, and I said, name that movie, and nobody could do it. And it was a Caddyshack quote. It was, fuck. I was born.
Hold on. What song are they playing right now?
I don't know. I don't care. I want to see
I
the-
literally thought they were playing It's in the Way That You Use It.
I don't know.
No,
I've
I
never
must
heard
be
that
wrong.
song.
I must be wrong. Oh, it's a great tune. Okay, so obviously, what the fuck? I'm a bit of a,
You're a graph junkie?
I'm a graph junkie myself, but obviously I am a big comic book collector. Everybody knows that about me. So you can imagine my shock when I saw floating around the internet a chart of the top 15 least attractive hobbies to women.
Oh, is comic book number one?
Number 1. And it says it makes you 33.6% less attractive to women. Which look, I get how collecting comic books could be unattractive. Here's what bothers me. Crypto is like number 8 on the fucking list. How is cryptocurrency more attractive? Cryptocurrency's for fucking psychos.
So here's I have 2 questions, Andy. This is the thing you got to know about graphs like this. You took stats, didn't you?
No.
No? Okay, well, so you don't understand. Andy, graphs, charts, all numbies, data is easily manipulated. You got to look at where that survey was taken. Because guess what? If you took that survey at a comic book convention, you're probably going to get different
crypto
results.
would be up at the top.
No, well, the comic book's not going to be number 1.
Yeah.
But if you take it at like a Miami nightclub,
Well, you got a bunch of losers in there don't like comic books?
no, I would. It was more towards
Oh,
the
'cause
crypto
crypto.
thing. Yeah,
Word. I get it.
you know. So you got to know the data before. The data sets could be all. Listen, listen.
Funko's way down on the list. Funko's only 12.3. Funko.
Yeah, the Funko.
Yeah. Is that what I was saying?
Funko Pops.
Yeah, the Pops, which
Yeah, those
I
are
think
weird. I
that's-
don't want those staring
that's
at me.
unattractive, I think.
I'd rather
Although
have-
we have a bunch and they're pretty cool.
I'd
We don't
rather
have a bunch. But
I'd
we
rather
got-
have Stiltman staring at me when I'm,
through your second story window.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
then.
God, if they did make a
Funko
Funko Stilt Man,
No, I'm saying like the comic book cover. You'd rather have Harley Quinn's fart comic staring back at you than a Funko of the Joker.
well, at least you wouldn't have to smell the Funko. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching this week.
Oh, Andy.
That's all. Just get
Andy,
your priorities
you know
straight,
what?
ladies and gentlemen.
I think you're 33% more attractive because you collect comic books.
Thanks, Andy.
Said that to be nice, and then you ruined it.
Ah,
Andy,
shit, sorry.
I love you.
I love you too. Let's get out of here. Thanks, folks.